Welcome, Janice.
Hi.
Janice Willis.
Hi,
Hello,
Jared.
Janice. How are you today?
Lovely to be here.
And look, you're here on the program today because you provide a wonderful service,
Thank you.
Elderly Assist Limited. So there's no better person in the world to explain what Elderly Assist is than Janice Willis.
Thank you.
Fire away, Janice.
Jared, we work with elderly and help them to move into a smaller home or retirement village, and we help them to downsize and declutter, because many of them have lived in their homes for a long period of time, 20, 30, 40 years.
Well, it is heartbreaking, isn't it, when an elderly person has to leave the home sometimes they've been in all their lives.
That's right.
Heartbreaking, isn't it?
And the challenge is to help them choose the right things to take with them to their next home, and to gently encourage them to leave behind things that they can't take with them. And so we help them along that journey, always trying never to take over, but just to gently work with them.
How are we going to do this gently?
Right.
And with dignity. So
Yes.
when do you start the process?
Well, if we can be brought in as soon as possible when a family member are thinking about moving, then we can walk through the journey with them. We know that it is daunting and overwhelming, so we like to work very small times of hours with our clients, perhaps 3 to 4 a day, and we gently go through the downsizing and decluttering process. We'll work with them if they have a real estate agent that's wanting to sell the property, because often some of our elderly people aren't minimalists. They have a lot in their homes, and to sell their homes well, we need to try and downsize and declutter it for that. Most of our elderly clients have been great craftsmen, either in their garages or in their knitting baskets and sewing baskets, and they're dying arts, but we find homes for as much as we can without throwing it to the tip. But for some homes we do need to use skips and things. But
it is an emotional experience. When Dad died in 2000, and he had his shed, his sanctuary, you know, and he had tons of stuff in there, and it felt like to go through it carefully would have taken about 5 years, you know. Now it's just needed, but the skip arrived, you know, and everything's piled, and it just sort of broke my heart because we couldn't look at it properly. What were we throwing out that was going to be precious in the coming years? How do you get around that?
Well, what we do is that I have a number of retired handyman building type of people. I don't profess to know my way around all of men's tools and garages, but I have specialist people that do. So they'll work with a team of youths or younger men that do the hard graft, and they will know what is valuable and what we can sell and what indeed needs to be given away. We give tools away to tech departments and low decile schools, and we have resources. So when we sit down and talk with the family, and we talk to mum, because often mum's on her own and she's lost her husband, and we explain some of the things that we can do with the things in Dad's garage, the family often say, oh, that's exactly what Dad would have wanted. And so there's often a really good solution. We try and use skips infrequently, because we know that we can find homes for most of the things, and that's the generations that we work with are used to being very resourceful with their belongings, and so we honour that and try and find homes for everything that we work with.
Now, one day you're going to find a Van Gogh in there, aren't you?
And we have, not a Van Gogh, but we found items that have surprised the families what they've reached at value, and we auction the goods. We don't profess to know the value of all of the items that we deal with, so we send them to auction where we know they're gone through, and often I do get a call from the auction houses saying, look, Janice, this needs to go into a specialist auction. Could you talk to your clients and see if they're happy for that to happen? And it may be in a couple of months' time, and we're very open with all of our clients. They're very happy for that to happen.
Great service. Every day in Auckland, right throughout New Zealand, there's going to be homes having to be decluttered and cleaned out.
That's
and the occupants have moved on to the great place up there or a rest home. So you're pretty busy.
We are, I've got a large team. We work generally in the greater Auckland area at the moment, but we will be expanding throughout the rest of the country. We work with retirement villages, and we've had requests to go further south, but I'm keen not to franchise my business. I want to just keep in charge of working with and having the staff that I do. that have such strong integrity.
Yeah. Janice, we need to, we've got an 0800 number here.
Yes.
It's 0800, that's the easy part. No, it's 839 874. That's pretty easy, isn't it? 839 874. And of course, in Auckland, 537 3771.
That's right.
And it's Janice at elderlyassist.co.nz. So for all our baby boomers who are thinking that mum and dad need to have that house cleaned out sooner or later, you know, they know who to call.
They do.
Not Ghostbusters,
no,
but Janice Busters.
That's right. And even if they need, because we get lots of requests from the children after we've done it for their mum and dad, say, oh, could you come and do it for us? Well, age is really no barrier. We're very happy to assist anybody that needs to deal with clutter.
Janice, thank you for coming on The Beat
Thank
Goes
you.
On. See you again.